Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this video. My name is Cayden Henschel, and guys, we are going to be diving in to the Wrestling 2021 Olympic Trials. So, if you guys have been living under a rock and have not known, the Olympic Trials for Wrestling have been going on since April 2nd and April 3rd, and now they're over. So if you did actually want to watch these matches, you'd have to go on to Peacock, which is this service you have to buy, or if you have your own TV provider, or for the actual finals were actually streamed on NBC Sports, which thankfully I got to watch live, and let me tell you guys, it was incredible. So with the pandemic and everything, you guys all know that the Olympics were canceled for the 2020 year, even though the NBC still kind of says it's the 2020 Olympics, but it's really the 2021 Olympics that will be held in Tokyo, Japan. But it has been almost 2 years or a full year without seeing some of these guys wrestle, who are the best wrestlers the United States has to offer. So there are 3 divisions for the Olympic trials. There was men's freestyle, women's freestyle, and also Greco, which is exclusively for men. So this is kind of going to be the overview of the winners. So first off, we're going to go for the men's freestyle. Now at 57 kilograms, Thomas Gilman ended up beating Vitaly Aruja, which of course that was the weight which Spencer Lee could not wrestle in, and also Nick Suriano could not wrestle because he actually tested positive for COVID-19. And Thomas Gilman actually won this weight, but Nick Suriano a couple weeks ago placed higher than Thomas Gilman at a tournament. So with that being said, I mean, this could have been, Nick Suriano's, his spot in his year to do this. I mean, I feel so bad for Suriano, because imagine waiting 4 whole years. He took a year off of college, or actually 2 years, and just to pursue his Olympic dream. And he was on track. He was doing amazing, and ends up testing positive for COVID, which actually absolutely sucks. But nonetheless, guys, Thomas Gilman, he wrestled really, really well. He did a great job, really strong. Also, if you guys know, Seth Gross actually beat him earlier in the year it was streamed on Rockfin, and Seth Gross actually won versus Gilman. Now, today, Gilman wins the spot for the Olympic trials. Seth Gross doesn't even place. So that being said, there was a lot of stuff that Gilman did, clearly, with the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club. And the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club had 4 actual finalists. With that being said, that we're going to be talking about that later in the video. But next, at 65 kilograms, we got Jordan Oliver, who holds the spot. And he actually defeated Joey McKenna 3-0 and then 5-2. So both were really, really close. Joey McKenna is really known for his really good position and whatnot. He has never won the NCAAs. So for him, kind of, to even make the finals, I mean, this is pretty awesome. Of course, he wanted to make that Olympic spot, but most of these guys that are, going to the Olympics are like multiple-time NCAA champions and whatnot. So with that being said, I mean, you don't have to be an NCAA champ to, do well in freestyle. But Jordan Oliver just absolutely just dominated. I mean, he got through Yanni, and also in the bracket there was Zane Rutherford. Nick Lee had a phenomenal tournament. He ended up getting 3rd, placing above Yanni, so that's actually, I never have guessed that, but kudos to him. But Jordan Oliver, this is his finals, and he ends up winning. But also, this weight is not yet qualified for the Olympics. This is, I think, one of the only 14 weight classes of all the divisions not qualified. I'm not sure what the qualifications are, but he actually has to place top 2 in, I believe, a Belarus tournament. So I think that's the next couple weeks or whatnot. So he is not set for going to the Olympics for that specific weight. So Jordan Oliver actually has to kind of qualify for the Olympics internationally. But going on to 74 kilograms, ladies and gentlemen, this was Kyle Dake versus Jordan Buroughs. If you guys do not know, Kyle Dake has never beat Jordan Buroughs in a best of 3. He has beat him in one of the matches, I think a couple years ago or whatnot, but he beat him the first match. Jordan Buroughs came back and won the next 2. But now, this time, Kyle Dake was a man on a mission. He beats Jordan Buroughs in 2 straight matches. He wins by 3-0 and then 3-2, which if you guys have not seen those matches, those are spectacular. Oh my gosh, so I was in the car, I was coming home from vacation, I was watching on my little iPhone, and I was getting so hyped watching this. I was waiting 2 years for this, and it finally happens. Kyle Dake ends up winning. So this has kind of been, the end of an era for Burroughs. I mean, he hasn't retired anything. He says he's not done wrestling, which of course is awesome to hear. But Kyle Dake, he is just getting better and better. So, I mean, it's going to be hard to take that spot away from him. So, looking Kyle Dake for the Olympic gold coming up, that would be insane. And this leads us up to 86 kilograms, which is his good buddy, David Taylor. David Taylor defeated Bo Nickel. And both of those wrestlers, David Taylor and Bo Nickel, are part of the Nittany Line Wrestling Club. So you got David Taylor, Bo Nickel, Thomas Gilman, and then at the next weight, you got Kyle Snyder. But David Taylor wins. He beat Bo Nickel 4-0 and 6-0. Pretty dominating. Nickel not even scoring a point. And this is also David Taylor's first Olympic appearance. So it's the first time he's wrestling in the Olympics. He got third in 2016 in the trials. So now going on to 97 kilograms, we got the returning Olympic gold medalist Kyle Snyder. This weight was interesting because in this weight you got Kyle Snyder, Jaden Cox, and also Colin Moore. Now Snyder beat Colin Moore in the best of 3. He beat him 10-0 the first time and then 5-1 the second match. Now Jaden Cox, if you guys have not seen, he missed weight. He missed the weigh-ins. So as soon as I found this news, I was like, no way, that's definitely a joke. I thought it was the same thing with Suriano testing positive for COVID. I mean, like, there's no way. Like, Jaden Cox, I had him going to the Olympics, and Nick Suriano, I had him going to the Olympics. So it's just like no, it's got to be April Fool's. It's got to be around the same thing. But no, Jaden Cox actually missed weight. So his claim is that his coach didn't tell him the correct time. And now Jaden Cox, if you guys have seen my interview with him, and also he said it in multiple other places, but also he is he's kind of, I think it's deaf in one ear, or he's kind of hearing impaired. So it's really going to be crazy because Kyle Snyder, he did win the spot, and kind of the wrestling committee, the USA Wrestling Committee, didn't allow Jaden Cox to continue to wrestle because he didn't make the weight at a certain time, which is understandable because if he doesn't hear, you know, what time the weigh-ins were, you know, they go in and they go practice, they lose the remaining, you know, 3-4 pounds for that day, and it's possible that he just didn't hear it, or he heard it incorrectly, or he was told the wrong information. But it's just a crazy situation, and it's super unfortunate because he is such a phenomenal wrestler. And Kyle Snyder versus Jaden Cox, I mean, that's like, you got 2 world champs, Olympic gold medalists. I mean, I just really wanted to see that best of 3, and we'll see what happens with 97 kilograms. But as of now, Kyle Snyder is going to the Olympics, and Kyle Snyder, again, he's the other Nittany Line wrestler. He switched from the Ohio RTC now to the Nittany Line RTC to hope, you know, better himself in that sense. But now we're going on to heavyweight, 125 kilograms. You know, what else can you say? Gable Stevenson defeated Nick Gwizdowski 10-0 in the first match pretty handily. Absolutely took him down over and over again. He looks like the champ, and then won 10-4 in the second match of the best of 3. And Gable looks insane. I mean, he's on a whole nother level, guys. He just won NCAA's 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, and he's just dominant. He's dominant. He did a backflip after beating Gwizdowski. I mean, he's an entertainer. He said he's an entertainer, but he wins matches first. So I think that's super awesome. And of course, you know, he's got the whole thing with, does he want to go to the WWE, or where does he want to go with his career path in that sense? But as a wrestler, you can't deny Gable right now is one of the best to ever do it as of now. At 125 kilograms, he's never looked better, and he's going for that Olympic gold. I have no doubt in my mind, you know, since Gable can handily beat a world medalist, you know, that he can do, you know, whatever he sets his mind to. And now we're going to go on to the women's freestyle. So at 50 kilograms, Sarah Hildebrand defeated Victoria Anthony in 2 straight matches. I don't really know much about girls wrestling, but all I know is that Sarah Hildebrand, she's a Rudis ambassador. She's pretty good. I'm not really sure too much. I don't really follow women's wrestling. But going on to 53 kilograms, Winchester defeated Rona Heaton in 2 matches. Rona Heaton, that's Seth Gross's wife. She was a finalist, but Winchester gets the Olympic spot. 57 kilograms, Helen Morales defeated Jenna Burkert 5-3, and then she lost 5-6, and then, of course, guys, if you have seen that, she pinned her with the sickest leg trip ever. I'm gonna play it. and this was not Helen's first time doing this. She has done it in other matches, and she is just a master at this. I mean, she's the returning Olympic gold medalist. Not sure if she's going to wrestle even in this Olympics or past years because she had a bunch of concussion problems and whatnot. But this girl that she beat, this Jenna, she recently lost her mother to heart complications, I believe, a week or so before the Olympic trials, and it was really, really heartbreaking. I mean, I almost shed a tear in that car. Just like, it was so tough because the returning gold medalist and, you know, this girl who just lost her mom, and she's I think she wrestles out of the army or something like that, but she did a phenomenal job. She wrestled really tough, super emotional, but kudos to both of them. They're both, you know, really good wrestlers. Going on to 62 kilograms, Kayla Miracle defeated Macy Kilty 8-4, then lost 4-4 on criteria to Kilty, and then she actually Kilty actually forfeited out early on in the match to Miracle. And Macy Kilty, I really wanted her to win because I wrestled her two times or 3 times now, and I think once in Greco and twice in folk style or something, and she beat me every time. She's insane. So it'd be cool to lose to an Olympian, or actually wrestle an Olympian, but she falls, but she had a great tournament. I know she's going to come back. I hope she has a speedy recovery, something with her shoulder. But Miracle takes that spot. Then on to 68 kilograms, Tamira Mensah-Stock defeated Kennedy Blades 12-4 and 8-1. Now, Kennedy Blades, if you guys do not know, she's a high schooler. She is 17 years old, and to be, you know, in the Olympic trials and make the finals, absolutely insane. So she is absolutely going to be a hammer in the next coming years. But Mensah-Stock just showing that she's dominant and she's going for that gold. Now at 76 kilograms, this was the heaviest weight for women's wrestling, and it was Adeline Gray. She beat Kylie Welker 10-0 and 11-0. So Adeline Gray, you know, multiple-time world champ for women's wrestling, going for her first, I believe, Olympic gold medal, and she defeated. So Kylie Welker is actually from Wisconsin. I actually wrestled her brother a couple times in matches. And she's also 17 years old. And she was actually in the tournament for the trials. She was seeded 14th. So that is dead last. For her to make the finals, and even though she got beaten 2 straight matches, just making the finals, that was really awesome and super inspiring. But she's also going to be a hammer and up there for the next coming years, and I'm excited where you know, she can go with this. Now quickly, I'm going to actually go through the Greco results also. I really don't know much about Greco, even though I do love wrestling Greco, but I haven't really watched really the finals of it and whatnot. I'm mostly focused on freestyle, but coming in at 60 kilograms, I'm going to butcher these names, and I'm sorry if I did at any point in this video, but we got Ildar Havizov defeated Ryan Mango 7-0 and 8-0. 67 kilograms, Alejandro Sancho defeated Ellis Coleman 2-0 and 3-0. And actually at third place in that Olympic trials for 67 kilograms was Benji Peak. Benji Peak is from Wisconsin. He's a grade older than me, and I trained in the same room as him a couple years ago. So that's pretty cool to see. 77 kilograms. This weight was also not yet qualified for the Olympics, but Jesse Porter defeated Peyton Walsh. 87 kilograms, John Stefanowicz defeated Joe Rao 6-5 and 2-1. And at 97 kilograms, Giangelo Hancock defeated Braxton Amos pretty handily, 8-0 and 8-0. But Braxton Amos is 19, and he's a redshirt freshman coming out of Wisconsin. Well, not coming out from Wisconsin, but he's going to Wisconsin at UW-Madison to wrestle for Bono, so expect him. He's going to do some damage in the next coming years for college, so exciting to see that. And then at the final weight, at heavyweight for Greco, 130 kilograms, Adam Kuhn defeated Colton Schultz. So that has been the Wrestling Olympic Trials results and whatnot. Guys, if you want me to dive deeper into any of these and kind of react over the matches or whatnot, let me know. Now, if you guys really did enjoy it, I would really, really appreciate it if you guys subscribed. And also, guys, just comment. I mean, if you don't think I respond to all comments, just try it. I do. I promise. I'll do it as fast as I can. But thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next video.